Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a like up. Dominik Mysterio takes major dig at Roman Reigns and the Bloodline following WWE SmackDown. WWE superstar and Judgment Day member Dominik Mysterio recently took to social media to take a major shot at Roman Reigns and the Bloodline following the latest edition of Friday Night SmackDown. Paul Heyman finally returned to television on this week's episode of The Blue Brand. On last week's SmackDown, Solo Sikoa revealed Bronson Reed as the fifth member of his team for Survivor Series War Games. It seemed like no one wanted to join Roman Reigns' OG Bloodline until Paul Heyman came to his Tribal Chief's rescue. The Wiseman finally returned to WWE television this week to a huge pop and introduced CM Punk as OG Bloodline's fifth member for War Games. Following the latest episode of SmackDown, Dominik Mysterio took to his Instagram stories to upload a photo of a fan sign that said, "Dom is our Tribal Chief." Although Dirty Dom did not add anything further, he seemingly took a massive shot at Roman Reigns and the Bloodline by uploading this fan sign, referencing himself as the Tribal Chief. During a recent edition of the Not Some Wrestling podcast, WWE personality Sam Roberts said that he believed the company's decision to add CM Punk to Roman Reigns' Survivor Series team was just a way to plant the seeds for their future feud. Roberts also mentioned that Punk and Reigns might give fans 2 years' worth of storylines. The idea that we're gonna see Roman Reigns and CM Punk on the same team, which only plants seeds for a future match between Roman Reigns and CM Punk, is so like the minute you see those guys together and realize that it's all right there in front of you. You've got 2 years of stories right there in front of us, he said. It will be interesting to see if the Stamford-based promotion has any plans for a feud between CM Punk and Roman Reigns in the future. Dominik Mysterio's evolution into one of WWE's most polarizing figures took a fiery turn following a recent episode of SmackDown. In a bold and brash display, the NXT North American champion delivered a verbal broadside against Roman Reigns and the Bloodline, questioning their dominance and mocking their unraveling cohesion. This move not only highlights Dominik's audacity, but also underscores the brewing tension between the Judgment Day and WWE's reigning family dynasty. Dominik's rise has been meteoric. From his debut as Rey Mysterio's son to becoming a central figure in the Judgment Day, he's embraced his role as a heel, garnering boos that rival the loudest cheers in WWE arenas. His alignment with the sinister Judgment Day faction has amplified his persona, giving him a platform to stand out in a roster filled with larger-than-life personalities. However, his latest remarks mark a turning point, challenging Roman Reigns, arguably the most dominant champion in modern WWE history, is not just a show of bravado, but a calculated strategy to place himself and his faction in direct competition with the Bloodline. Dominik's words weren't just a dig, they were a declaration. Roman Reigns and the Bloodline have long been synonymous with dominance. From Reigns' record-breaking Universal Championship reign to their ability to control the narrative on SmackDown, the Bloodline has been untouchable for years. Yet recent developments suggest a shift. The Usos' fracture, Jey Uso's defection to Raw, and Jimmy's wavering loyalty have left Roman's empire vulnerable. Dominik, ever the opportunist, seized on these weaknesses. By calling out the Bloodline, he painted them as a faction struggling to maintain relevance, a stark contrast to the Judgment Day, who, under his narrative, are united, thriving, and undefeated as a force in WWE. The Judgment Day has become one of WWE's most successful factions, holding multiple titles across Raw, SmackDown, and NXT. With Rhea Ripley as the Women's World Champion, Finn Balor and Damian Priest as former tag team champions, and Dominic as the reigning NXT North American champion. Their accolades are difficult to ignore. In Dominic's eyes, the Bloodline pales in comparison. While Roman shoulders most of the burden of his faction's legacy, the Judgment Day operates as a collective unit, with each member contributing to their shared dominance. This unity has given them an edge, something Dominik was quick to point out in his verbal takedown of the Bloodline. Dominic's comments could ignite a feud between the Judgment Day and the Bloodline, a rivalry that WWE fans have been speculating about for months. Both factions represent the pinnacle of power in WWE, but their approaches couldn't be more different. The Bloodline thrives on Roman's leadership, with his dominance casting a long shadow over the rest of the group. The Judgment Day, however, operates more democratically, with each member bringing a unique element to their shared success. This clash of philosophies could make for a compelling storyline, especially as Dominic positions himself as the spark to ignite the conflict. Dominic's verbal attacks on Roman Reigns are more than just bravado. They're psychological warfare. Reigns, known for his stoic demeanor, has rarely been challenged in such a direct manner. Dominic's willingness to mock the Bloodline's dysfunction puts the pressure on Roman to respond, both in and out of the ring. For Dominic, this is a win-win scenario. If Roman acknowledges the comments, it elevates Dominic's status. If Roman ignores him, it leaves room for Dominic to continue his provocations, further positioning himself as a thorn in the Bloodline's side. Should Roman choose to retaliate, the fallout could lead to one of WWE's most anticipated showdowns. A Judgment Day versus Bloodline storyline would pit the company's two most dominant factions against each other, offering fans high-stakes drama, epic matches, and a chance to redefine WWE's power structure. For Dominic, the stakes couldn't be higher. This feud could solidify his transition from Rey Mysterio's prodigal son to a main event-level superstar. His involvement in such a rivalry would validate his place in WWE's upper echelon, proving that his heat isn't just a product of his lineage, but a testament to his ability to captivate audiences. Dominic's comments have divided fans, with some applauding his audacity and others dismissing it as overconfidence. Regardless of the reaction, it's undeniable that Dominic has mastered the art of staying relevant. His ability to generate nuclear-level heat ensures that, love him or hate him, people are paying attention. The prospect of a Bloodline Judgment Day feud has also sparked excitement among fans. The idea of seeing Roman Reigns, Rhea Ripley, Dominik Mysterio, and others clash in a high-profile storyline is a tantalizing one, offering endless possibilities for matches, promos, and moments that could define an era. Dominik Mysterio's dig at Roman Reigns and the Bloodline isn't just a throwaway comment. It's a bold move with significant implications for WWE's storytelling. By challenging the Bloodline's dominance, Dominic has positioned himself and the Judgment Day as legitimate contenders for the title of WWE's top faction. Whether Roman Reigns responds or not, Dominic's words have already set the wheels in motion for a potential clash that could redefine WWE's faction wars. As the Judgment Day continues to rise and the Bloodline grapples with internal turmoil, the stage is set for a battle that could shake the foundations of WWE. In the end, Dominic's actions speak volumes about his evolution as a performer. No longer just a sidekick or a legacy act, he's a provocateur, a disruptor, and perhaps the next big thing in WWE. As fans wait to see how the Bloodline will respond, one thing is clear: Dominik Mysterio is playing the game, and he's playing to win.